The animal kingdom can be pretty unforgiving.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
And if you mess with the wrong opponent, there's no telling the damage they will deal. And while we love animals here on the Forever Green channel, we also love a good animal versus animal battle now and again. Of course, pitting them against each other in large arenas is a bit excessive, but in a more natural setting where animals fight for food, mates, or to protect their cubs, it becomes less dangerous and quite unpredictable to watch. Welcome back to Forever Green, where today we're going to look at 10 amazing and unusual animal attacks on other animals. But before we start, we want to know, who do you think would win in a fight, a rabbit or a snake? Stick around to the end for the answer.
Yeah! Go, buddy!
Number 10. Lion versus Crocodile. I don't know about you, but I certainly don't like to share my food. This footage of a crocodile and lioness going head-to-head was captured in Samburu National Reserve in Kenya. When tourists found the two fighting over an elephant carcass, the lioness tiptoes around the giant for a while before the crocodile turns around and attacks.
Oh my goodness.
But what we realize only later is that she has had backup the whole time in case things get messy. All three of them pounce on the poor croc as it flails around. He tries to get away desperately and succeeds and warns the group off with a show of his teeth. They retreat, only for a moment. The second fight ensues soon after, but because of some technical issues, the video didn't record on this tourist's phone. But we can see in these photos that it was quite the standoff. The three lionesses manage to circle the crocodile and pounce on her again. The croc tries its best, but it's ultimately no match for three lionesses. The king, or rather the queens of the jungle, emerge victorious and claim the elephant carcass for their pride. Number 9. Leopard versus Python. In a battle between Africa's largest snake species and a big cat, who would win? This video from the Kruger National Park in South Africa may have the answer. Two leopards on the prowl find something slithering around in the bushes. Once they realize what it is, you can see them take a few steps back and hesitate to engage. However, one of them decides to risk it and goes closer, which the African rock python certainly doesn't appreciate. It charges, nearly missing the leopard's eye. But now the big cat is pissed. He charges too, but the snake slithers out the other end. The leopard manages to get a swipe in with its paw, and this time the snake gets much closer with its own attack. There's a scuffle in the bushes, and the leopard leaps away, no doubt sustaining some serious injuries at this point.
He's got it in his mouth.
African rock pythons are one of the 6 largest species of snakes in the world, growing up to 11 feet and over 170 pounds. There have been some records of a 19-foot python too, and this can't be dismissed entirely. They are constrictors, which means they wrap around their prey and induce a cardiac arrest. These guys will eat anything from rodents and insects to antelope and crocodiles. This leopard would be no more than a midday snack for this python. Perhaps realizing this, the leopard stands back. Number 8. Caiman versus electric eel. In a fight between a 13-foot, 800-pound alligator known for its powerful jaw and a 6-foot, 44-pound eel, who do you think will win? Sounds like it's an obvious answer, right? The caiman snaps its jaws around the throat of the eel, and while it might have seemed like a good idea then, the caiman starts to regret it. Electric eels can generate low and high voltage thanks to 3 pairs of abdominal organs that produce electricity. These organs make up 4/5 of their body. Sure enough, the eel shocks the caiman with a pretty high voltage for an uncomfortably long time, causing the apex predator to die a painful death. Number 7. Hippo versus Crocodile. In the animal kingdom, food is not something that goes to waste. A dead hippo can feed a family of any apex predator in the land, and it seems one of them has set its sights on the hippo. The Nile crocodile can grow 14 to 18 feet in length, and they have a bite force of a whopping 5,000 pounds per square inch. But is it a match for the hippo that's going to come and fend the hungry crocodile off his companion? Several Nile crocodiles swim up to the carcass and begin feasting on it. There are about 30 of them circling the body, taking a bite out of wherever they can. What they don't see is 2 or 3 hippos approaching as well, ready to fight them off. Hippos and crocodiles normally coexist peacefully. But being the predators they are, crocodiles tend to jump at the opportunity to prey on a defenseless animal or scavenge a dead one. One of them, probably the mother, pushes the crocs off the hippo and chases them away. Number 6. Possum versus monitor lizard. Monitor lizards are large lizards with long necks, powerful tails and claws, and strong limbs. Adults can grow to over 10 feet in some cases, and many of them are carnivorous, eating eggs, other reptiles, and small mammals, among other things. They also make for agile climbers, and this lizard has spotted its lunch, a baby possum in its nest. The mother sees the lizard approach, and there's a moment where they're both frozen. They both look ready to attack. The mother circles the tree to warn away the lizard, making a loud noise that forces it to retreat. Not to be deterred though, the lizard climbs back up again. It gets quite close. Too close, in fact. It takes a chance and pounces right into the nest, straight for the baby. And it probably doesn't even realize the grip the possum has on its tail. The battle ensues. But what we don't see is that the lizard has already devoured the baby possums in the nest. The mother has lost this fight, and the lizard slips away after having had his meal. Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications in less than 5 seconds, you will have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up and try it. It actually works. Number 5. Wolfpack versus polar bear. 2 apex predators in the Canadian Arctic face off against each other, but one of them has backup. The Arctic wolf, or white wolf, is a medium-sized subspecies of the gray wolf and native to the Queen Elizabeth Islands of Canada. They typically roam in packs, which could mean bad news for this polar bear. This is wolf territory, but it's also the polar bear migration path. They will either have to learn to share or fight over this coastline. It seems the wolves pick the latter. They are known to hunt polar bears and harass them. This one goes straight for a bear that appears to be enjoying a nap. If they manage to catch this bear, it'll feed the pack for a week. At 1,500 pounds and with a bite force of 1,200 psi, nobody dares approach them or challenge them. That is excluding this wolf. The bear seems to be up to the challenge and confronts the wolf head-on, but there are more of them about. It's 3 against 1. The bear seems to run calculations in his head before deciding to go for it. The chase is on, and the wolves scatter and run. It seems the bear has won this fight. Number 4. Water buffalo versus lion. Imagine, you're having a meal at your dinner table when out of nowhere, you find yourself flipped 5 meters into the air. Well, that's what happened with this poor lion as it was having its afternoon snack, a water buffalo. This duo had been stalking their prey for 45 minutes, waiting for the perfect opportunity to pounce. The king of the jungle was just about to complete a kill when a giant male buffalo intervened and flipped the lion 5 meters into the air. He goes to flip him again, and this time, the lion knows not to mess around and makes a run for it. It's no easy feat. Keep in mind that lions can easily weigh up to 550 pounds, and let's not forget they are agile, quick predators. The buffalo may be heavier, clocking in at 2,000 pounds, but it's nowhere near as agile. But when your friend is in danger, I suppose the adrenaline kicks in and you could fight off a lion if it came to that. Number 3. Leopard versus porcupine. It would take a truly desperate predator to resort to tackling a porcupine for food. In case you didn't know, the only place you can get a bite out of a porcupine is its underbelly, which one could argue is a tad challenging to get to, given all those spikes on their bodies. Most porcupines are about 60 to 90 centimeters long, with their spikes anywhere between 43 and 75 centimeters, depending on the species. They are round little things and relatively slow, so no match for the speed of a wildcat. But their strategy of defense is aposematic, which means they advertise to predators that they are not worth attacking or eating. Along with raising their quills, porcupines also clatter their teeth as a warning noise to let predators know not to come any closer. The porcupine's tail is also able to swing in the direction of the predator. If contact is made, the quills can be impaled into the predator, causing injury or death. Nevertheless, the leopard tries to paw at the porcupine, looking for a way to flip it over and expose the underbelly. The sharp quills can easily snap off and become embedded in flesh, which is a pretty good defense and an attack if needed. However, the leopard keeps trying and the porcupine retaliates by poking the leopard and leaving its quills there. We see the wounded cat lick its injury as the porcupine makes a run for it. It is now time to check out today's subscriber pick. Remember, if you ever come across some bizarre or fascinating image, you can send it to us and we'll investigate. Today's image seems to be a monitor lizard or the Komodo Dragon chowing down on quite a large meal. We looked into this, and good news, this one's real. Well, it isn't so much good news for the monkey. Number 2. Komodo Dragon versus Monkey. These dragons are the largest extant species of lizards, growing up to 10 feet in length, and they dominate the ecosystem they live in. Found in Indonesia's Komodo Island, these guys hunt and ambush anything that moves, from invertebrates to birds and mammals. Their group behavior while hunting is exceptional in the reptile world, and they're also known to attack humans. In this case, an unfortunate monkey becomes the prey of this massive lizard, and is chowed down in the blink of an eye, while still alive. You can see the monkey struggling for a while before finally giving up. After eating about 80% of their body weight, these dragons usually drag themselves to a sunny location to speed up digestion, since the food can rot and poison it if left undigested. After digestion, the Komodo dragon basically throws up a mass of horns, hair, and teeth, anything that it doesn't like. You definitely don't want to be around to see that. Before we take a look at the final most unusual animal attack, we have a quick question for you that will only take 5 seconds. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and you'll get that phone call you've been waiting for. Try it, it works. Lioness versus hyenas. It's unclear what provoked these hyenas to attack in the way they did. But this lone lioness standing in tall grass seemed to be minding her own business when the entire pack pounced on her. The lion struggles desperately to get away, but more and more hyenas join in on the bullying. At one point, there are so many of them you could barely even see the lioness. Luckily, her friend comes to her rescue and pounces on one of the hyenas, sending a few of them running. More lions come in and give chase, and while many of the hyenas do the smart thing and clear off, some come back to issue a challenge. There's a standoff before a few growls send the remaining hyenas packing. And that's it for today. But we asked you a question. Who do you think would win in a fight? A rabbit or a snake? We hope you've put your answers in the comments. And now, we'll let you watch this clip so you can see it for yourself. So, the lesson here is, there are 2 things you don't mess with in the animal kingdom: food and children.
Yes, he's winning and winning. Go, buddy.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and check out more videos on nature and animals on the Forever Green channel. We'll be back soon with another video. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.